certainly have more empathy now for bands that break up, because a lot of relationships are just fine at a certain level of distance, but when they become particularly close, then they become more fraught, and times change, circumstances change, so there are all sorts of very strong self-interested reasons why people drop out from participating on a live stream.
Both, just because it's this government. I honestly cannot believe just how bad this has gone for them so early on. I think we can officially say the honeymoon is over. But I think after this, but I mean, I have seen some bad readings of rooms, working in strategy, but this is absolutely stunning. Whoever wrote that speech should never be involved in politics ever again. That was one of the worst things a politician, I think, has ever read out. It was absolutely wrong at every single mark. It just failed to actually get to the emotion of that community and of the country. What happened was beyond shocking, and he's talking about football hooligans. It was pathetic. In fact, it was insulting. It was downright insulting to the people of Southport and those families.
Yeah,
it really was.
People are furious because, as I keep stressing this, no one's condoning these riots, violent attacks on the police and all that. But people saw that, and they would never react in the same way. But what those yobs were protesting about is exactly what millions of people around this country are protesting about in a far more civilized, law-abiding way. They are really worried.
So think about how much more difficult life is becoming for 100 IQ fellow citizens, right? Think about the efforts that you may have gone through to get health insurance, or to get unemployment insurance, or to get a passport, or to get a driver's license, all the complicated hoops that you have to run through. And you likely have 120, 130 IQ, and these bureaucratic transactions just seem to get ever more difficult. All right, we need a government that makes transactions with the government and with getting a mortgage much simpler. All right, businesses take advantage of you, particularly, say, getting a mortgage, in that they lard into the mortgage agreement all sorts of complicated things that you don't understand, and then you're on the hook for them. So Elizabeth Warren is not totally wrong, right? We need an Elizabeth Warren to this type of person to make all sorts of basic transactions simpler, so that 85, 90, 95, 100 IQ members of our nation are able to navigate government and bureaucracy, and also private companies such as mortgage companies. We need the complications and the unnecessary technicalities driven out and replaced with clarity and shorter, simpler forms.